transportation.
Hey, it works well.
My pickup truck.
Yeah, who needs a big truck? Yeah, that worked really well.
Yeah. Putting electric in the shed. We got a couple other things we're putting in the shed, but I wasn't going to put electric in the shed, and well, my neighbor across the street convinced me to put electric in the shed, so we're going to put electric in the shed.
I'm glad we're doing that.
3, 2, 1, action.
Well, we're putting electric in the shed.
Yay!
So when we first bought this place, you know, obviously we had a shed to store our stuff in, and it has turned into kind of a garage for the Can-Am and storage. But I really didn't want to put electric in it, I didn't think. I didn't see the need to put electric in it.
I did.
Yeah, she kept pushing me. I want electric. She actually wants a washer and a dryer in there at some point, but
Yeah.
right now we got too
Maybe.
much stuff stacked in there. So, but anyway, so I was running an extension cord. I actually wired a little bit of the shed, and I was running an extension cord out to the pedestal and plugging the extension cord in whenever we were here.
It worked.
It did work. And I put a little panel inside and ran the extension cord into the panel, and it was fine.
Yeah.
So then our neighbor across the street, who's an electrician, a retired electrician, said, well, I think you ought to put electric in there and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well...
Thank you, Price. Appreciate you.
So I have to, you know, when I have projects, I have to think about them, and I have to go over the pluses and the minuses and what happens if this and what happens with that and so on and so forth. And all of a sudden, John came by one day and said, hey, I understand you need a trench dug. And I said, I do? And he said, yeah, Price said that you want electric from your pedestal to the shed. I got time to do it today. Oh, okay.
Ooh, it goes fast when
So I ended up going down to the lumber yard in town because John showed up, and he says, I can either dig it and you can fill it at your leisure, or I can dig it, and if you've got the conduit, you can lay it, and then I'll fill it back in and we'll be done. And so I went and saw Price. I said, you got any conduit? He goes, no. So I ran down to the lumber yard and picked up the conduit and threw it in the back of the smart car. The smart car became my pickup truck with 2 sticks of conduit.
Hey, it worked. Worked well.
And anyway, long story short, John brought over the trencher, and he started moving gravel for us and digging the trench, and boy, am I glad we had him do it.
I'm glad it happened the way it did. He had no time to think about it. Because, I mean, if you ever walk by him and he doesn't acknowledge you, it's not because he's being rude. He is in his head thinking about all this stuff. So, just understand that.
Yeah, I overthink a lot.
He does. He is in his head a lot.
So anyway, John opened up the trench and we found boulders. I mean, this ground is rocky ground,
Yeah.
and if I had done it, because my plan was sometime this summer I was going to get out there with a pickaxe and dig a trench. Well, John got the track hoe in there and started digging, and he kind of made quick work of it, didn't he?
Oh my gosh. I love him. He's awesome. Thank you, John.
So anyway, he opened up the trench and we laid the conduit and laid the ground rod, and he covered it all back up, and we were done.
Oh, it was so fast.
So, I mean, the wire's not pulled yet. We'll have to pull the wire at some point, but
Yeah,
the trench
piece
is
of cake.
done and the conduit's in, and I'll have to bring in a little more gravel. I'll have to have a partial load of gravel brought in and pack it down because, you know, when you dig, you lose a lot of gravel. And so anyway, I just need to bring in some gravel and pack it down sometime this summer and get that all squared away, and then we'll have power in the shed. So I have lights in the shed. That's where I'm now charging my, because I have a workbench in the shed, that's where I have my my chargers for my cordless batteries, and it's where we charge our bicycle e-bike batteries, and it's going to be nice and we're going to put a security system in the shed too.
Right.
And then another project that we've got going on is the wheels and tires on my Can-Am are really in need of replacement. The beads on those beadlock rims are just, I'm losing anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds of air in 2 days.
Yeah.
So I have a friend that summers up in Libby, Montana, and we were with them down in Arizona this year, and he had these wheels and tires that he put on his Can-Am, and we were with them for a couple of weeks down there in Arizona, and he really thought they were awesome.
Yeah, he did.
And so I called him and chatted with him a little bit. He said, yeah, he says, I'm still real happy with them. He's up in Libby right now, and he said he's still extremely happy with them. So I ordered up the same wheels and tires, well, the same tires that he has. I ordered a little different wheel. I did a little bit of research, and I tried this new, what they call a bead grip. Rather than a bead lock, it's a bead grip, and so I'm hoping that they hold air a little bit better than the others did. So I had them shipped here to Montana, and because they're such a specialty wheel, I read online that some tire stores have issues with them, and so I made some phone calls into Missoula and found a place in Missoula, J&K Customs. They do off-road custom vehicle work. What a great company.
Oh my gosh, every one of those guys there were amazing.
So
Nicest people.
I asked them if they were familiar with the bead grip, and they said yep, and we've done a bunch of them, and I said okay. So I had the tires, they showed up first, and then we waited on the wheels.
Let's go to baseball.
It is baseball day. Well, it's run errands day.
Yeah, that too.
The
Multitasking.
wheels are showing up for the Can-Am. By the way, I guess I didn't tell everybody.
Oops, sorry, I keep bumping into you.
I guess I didn't tell everybody that I bought new wheels and tires for the Can-Am. That's one of our projects for Montana.
Yeah.
So, we're headed, we got to haul them to Missoula. The wheels are showing up today. The tires showed up last week. So we got to haul them to Missoula and have the shop mount them for us. And we just happen to have a baseball game in Missoula today. So we'll get everything hopefully done.
Well, it sounds like so far so good. Anyway.
And it's supposed to be 88 degrees in Montana
It's gonna
today.
be hot today.
My goodness, I feel like I'm in California or something. Golly.
All this smoke. Looks like we are
Well, that's true. The smoke from the fires in Canada
Yeah.
are showing up. So it is pretty hazy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go down and hopefully
Hopefully the
FedEx will
wheels
be
are there.
here anytime. And we'll load them up on the truck and off to
Head on.
Missoula we go. Just waiting on the wheels. Kind of like waiting on a woman.
Hey. You do wait on me a lot.
I do wait on you a lot. Hopefully they'll get here soon. Hopefully you won't be late today.
I know. We have things to do.
Things to
People
do.
see.
That's right. That FedEx driver is my favorite person right now.
Just made my day. You made our day.
We got tires. We got wheels.
Woohoo!
Now we gotta go find a time to play.
Another thing to check off your list.
Yes.
They're pretty.
They look good, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Those guys are awesome.
They are. They're awesome people, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're awesome. They got us right in. Fair price. Okay.
Well, and you said they know how to do these wheels, right? Because you have to know these are specific.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is I didn't want them messing them up. This is a new bead grip rim, and they said they've done hundreds of them, and they said they had to wrestle with it a little bit, but they got them. So I'm excited.
That's so cool. So one more thing off our checkoff list.
So we got our wheels and tires mounted up. I'll have to mount them on the Can-Am, and we'll try to find some time, you know, here in the near future. It rained a little bit last night. The weather has cooled down.
20 degrees.
Yeah, it cooled down quite a bit, and so it looks like the ground is starting to dry out, so I'll be able to put the wheels and tires on the Can-Am hopefully today or tomorrow, and we'll get a chance to try them out.
Yeah.
But over the same weekend, so the rims arrived on a Friday, and it just so happened that our grandson from Spokane was playing in a travel tournament, baseball tournament in Missoula that weekend.
Yeah.
So we loaded the tires and the wheels up on the back of Big Red, and we drove it into Missoula and dropped them off. And then while they were mounting the wheels and tires, we got a chance to go see our grandson play a baseball game there in Missoula.
It was so much fun.
And
it worked out so well. I mean,
did.
it was definitely a God time. Whew, all the way.
It was. And then, so they got done with their game, and my daughter, who loves our truck, and their team colors are red, she says, "Can we get a picture of the boys on Big Red?" I said, "Sure." So we went down to the truck, and
They all climbed on.
oh,
and-
the kids had a
oh
blast.
my gosh. Oh, bummer.
Okay, boys. Some get in the back. In the front, you hold down.
I call back. I go front. I call back. I don't feel that.
Oh my.
Come on, get ready.
Hey! Get close together. You three in the back, scoot in. There we go.
Yeah.
Look at me. 1, 2, 3.
They were posing for their pictures and getting everything set up, and they were pulling their arms for
Every car that went by.
to honk their horn,
they
and
did.
they had a good time. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
It was.
And then so we spent the rest of the weekend going to Missoula and watching the rest of his tournament, and just had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Yeah, our son came over from Spokane
Yeah.
and spent the night, and then was with us all Saturday, and then he left Saturday night back home.
He
and-
got a chance to see a couple of ball
Yeah, he
games.
got to see and our grandson didn't know, so he was so excited that
Yep.
Uncle CJ was there. So
Yep.
it was perfect.
Yep, that worked out really well.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, they had one game Sunday at noon, and so we wanted to try out a new church in Missoula, and got a chance to go to the service at
River of Life.
River of Life in East Missoula.
And you found it on
Found it online.
Online on YouTube, and woohoo! We are so excited
Yeah.
that we found this. Now this is our home church in Montana. We have a lot of home churches. Can
Yeah,
you have
we-
a lot of home churches?
We
But
went to
do.
their
Our
service on
favorites.
Sunday, and we told them that we were huge worship fans, and we're looking for a real upbeat worship session in the service, and so they said, "Oh, well, you know, today is just going to be an acoustic and just a guitar and some voices,
Yeah.
and it's not like our normal worship service." And boy, was it amazing!
Wow.
Just the acoustic.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was,
it was awesome.
yeah, Holy Spirit was definitely there running through.
So
It's pretty
we're excited
awesome.
to go back next week and see what the full band has
Oh, I
in
can't
store.
even imagine
It was,
because they were fantastic.
I mean, they met us at the door. They greeted us
They remembered our names. We had gone in,
during the week.
yeah, during the week just to see and check it out where it was, to see how long it's going to take us to get there. And there was people in there, and they remembered our names,
Yeah.
and it was.
And
it was
because
special.
it was our first time, they gave her a special VIP coffee sleeve, and she got to go to the coffee bar and order a special
a
coffee.
fancy coffee, which I don't normally do.
But just what a great group of people, and we're really excited to see where this goes with River of Life
Yeah.
Church in East Missoula. So we're excited.
Absolutely.
So anyway, all in all, it's been a great week, and we've had a great time.
It's gone by fast.
You know, the beauty again of the beauty about this lifestyle is the fact that we aren't on a schedule. You know, if our grandson comes over and plays a tournament, we can take time off and go watch him play in the tournament.
That's right.
We're going to watch him in a tournament in Spokane here in a few weeks, and so we get to see our grandsons down in Texas and go to their activities while we're there. And it's just, you know, this lifestyle for us is so much fun.
It's
and
worked out really well.
and we enjoy sharing it with you, and I hope you enjoy coming along. So again, we've got projects going on here in Montana while we're here.
We do.
And we're gonna continue to get some of those done. We're gonna be traveling to Spokane here shortly, and then off to Boise to the West Coast Rally. So come along and see what's happening with that. But we really appreciate you guys coming along. We're gonna wrap this one up from Superior, Montana.
It all starts with an idea.
Turn those ideas into reality and make some memories, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.